Hello, friend. My name is Naresh Chetri, and I'm a adjunct instructor of computer science at Lindenwood University. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the major 5 differences between the two popular data types, the list and a tuple. From this topic, you already understand that the list must be enclosed in the square brackets, but whereas the tuple must be enclosed in this type of parenthesis. So let us go one by one. I'm sure this video will help you a lot, and this is a popular question in the Python programming language. So the first difference is that the lists are mutable in nature. That means you can add or remove the elements of the list anytime or in the runtime. As many elements you can add, as many elements you can remove. The major purpose of using the list is that when your data needs to be frequently modified, but whereas that is opposite in case of tuples, you need to using the tuple if there is something you are using a fixed, say for the size of the square, or say we have a fixed size of a square denoting jelly square, that is fixed. So in that case we are using the tuple, the square, we have the both advantage and disadvantage. So the second thing is that while adding or removing the elements, the iteration or the programming is always slow in compare of list. It means it consumes a lot of time, and due to that effect, we need more memory requirement. But on the contrary, the iteration is faster because obviously we don't have to do so much adding and removing, and the tuple are used only in case when your data doesn't have the frequent changes to be done. That means the frequent changes is not done means it consumes less memory and are obviously memory efficient. And another thing is the functions or the methods that are provided by the Python. So in case of list, there are more methods provided. For example, we can insert means you can insert at any index, say for example index 0 with a value ABC, or you can append something. It means you can add anything at the end of the list. And there are other methods. We can pop to remove it, or you can remove temporarily, or we can remove permanently. We can sort the list, we can reverse the list. There are many methods provided by the list. But whereas in case of tuples, we have less methods. There are methods, but there are not as much as provided by the Python. For the list, we have less methods, and it is inappropriate for accessing, because the accessing elements or modifying elements is not possible due to the immutable nature. The fourth difference is that we are trying to define a list, and here we have a list. So we all know the list index start at 0 and then it continue forward. So here are the two elements of the list, and the name of the list is cars. So we are defining this list car in a sense that it will be frequently modified in the near future. We'll be adding more cars like Hyundai or maybe BMW or something, or we'll be frequently deleting the cars. So that frequently working operation that makes more likely the errors to be happen in the list. But in case of tuple, we define something like a fixed thing, the size of the length or breadth of a square. So that is, a fix or fix for one quantity. So that is less error prone as compared to the list. And the last difference is that Yeah, it is something about the third data type that is very popular in the Python, that is a dictionary, which is, we all know dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. So the list cannot be used as the keys, meaning that when we are declaring the key value pairs, it means we are declaring, for example, a dictionary dict underscore 1 equal to, so it will be declared with the curly braces, and say we have a key as a name, and we are declaring their value as a Smith. So in this case, it's saying that the list cannot be used as a key because the key should be unique, and where the because our this uniqueness feature is violated because of the lists are mutable in nature. So this key cannot be mutable, it should be immutable. So hence in the case we can create the keys only using the case of tuples only, because the value can be mutable, but that doesn't satisfy the condition for the dictionary, because the key should be immutable in nature. So while creating a dictionary, the tuple are used, but dictionary cannot be used. Yeah, these are the basic 5 differences, although there are many more, but these are the basic differences you can find out between list and tuple data structure. But beside this, I have pointed some similarities also. It means that both list and tuple can contain duplicate elements, you see. So here are the elements. Say you have a car name as Toyota, you have a Tesla. So it means you may have the third element again as a Toyota. In the same case, the dimension, it can be repeated. It can be 800, again 800. So it means this is the major features that the both data types can have the duplicate elements or duplicate values. And another interesting thing and the similarity is that both can be accessed by the help of indexing. As I said, this is the index 0, the same case apply for here, index 0, index 1. So here we are printing cars 0, it means we are printing the cars Toyota, and in case here we are printing dimension 0, it means we are printing. This means both are accessed by the help of index, and we all know the index starts at 0, not 1. And yeah, there is one more features used in the programming, that is mean the slice. Slice means if your list or if your tuple is of big dimension or big size, we can take a part of that. It means you can slice a part of list and make it a small list, or we say we can make a mini list or mini tuple. So that part can be done with the help of slicing. You see, from index 0 to index 2, this is the starting index. We prefer to say x and y. So this starting index x and y, the process of slicing can be done in both data structure. It means it can be done in both list and in tuple.